M.
Oh, sorry. What was the question?
Yeah, like everyone's being invited, but the
Into
head
the
guy
tower.
event
Oh
is
yeah, yeah. Felina's gonna
okay.
go. Come
That you
on.
might not make much use of whatever you find in there, because you're not a sorcerer, but
Felina wants to follow. It's more she wants to observe Angelo. She's
right.
following Angelo unless she's being forced not
And
to.
now we gotta wait for Swede.
Oh.
What a guy. What a legend.
There we go. Sorry.
There he is. So yeah, Hero. Angelo has been invited in to come into the tower, and you can come along, but the Avondale said that you might not be able to really make any use of what you find inside, but you're welcome to enter.
I mean, that's interesting because Hero would want to join and help Angelo and stuff, but if he can't really make use of it, what use is it for him to go there?
It's a very utilitarian approach to life that Hero has definitely displayed over and over again.
Actually, nah, he's joining.
All right, cool.
It's interesting.
And Sylvana is going to just be around the huts outside.
Oh fuck yeah! I should do this often. I should do this more often.
I do it every Friday.
Oh no! I'm talking about I moved my bed. I moved my bed over to my desk.
Gotcha.
Oh, so now you're lying down and playing the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I GM'd a game like that once. I was just sort of lying down because I had the laptop. All right. So yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you're walking to the tower. Yeah, it is. All of it is just made of the local land mass. Like it is, like everything from like the deck, from like the furniture, like tables and stairs and all that. And there are several sort of floating masses throughout the room as you head in. And
how have you survived out here for so long, just using the landscape to your advantage?
Water can be an issue, but we are able to. Water can be an issue. This land grows drier every year, but we are attuned enough to be able to be able to part the earth down far enough to spring up water when we need it.
I see.
Hero had an idea. But he's not gonna say it now, but he has an idea.
Right.
Hero's idea is, why don't you just move?
No.
You guys drink your own pee?
Hero just Felina.
I've heard people do that in the desert when they're, dying. Do you guys drink your own pee?
Felina, you can't go and ask people like that. We're honored guests.
Hero, do you ever drink your own piss?
What kind of question is that?
See, it doesn't make as much sense because you don't live in the desert where there's little water. It's relevant here, which is why.
Who goes around asking people if they drink their own piss?
We magic our waste away. We can't drink it.
No, we're not British wizards.
I've heard that's something people do in the desert. Hero, what happens if you're stranded in the desert and don't know, and you're dying of thirst, but you could drink your own piss, but you don't know if that's a real thing or not? Maybe it's fake. Maybe it would kill you. You don't know.
Felina, why are you asking everyone? Why are you asking them about if they drink their own piss?
I was just curious.
Now he goes on. He points you to the center where there's sort of there was the sun there's a sunspot sort of shining in, and he
here's
says,
the piss room.
The earth holds within it the wisdom of countless ages, as it shifts about the continent.
Or are we to disturb history?
If you as a sorcerer. As a sorcerer standing in this spot, even if you are not of the earth, you may receive you may receive any. You may infuse your magic into it and receive a vision or an answer, perhaps relating to any great question you may have, but you only get one.
Only one?
Would you like? It is
Huh?
a right of any sorcerer.
I get one question.
You can ask with all the wisdom of the earth any question.
Oh
I
no, I know what
can't-
Felina would ask.
I can't ask that now. That's far too. No, I can't ask that now.
Can I try?
He looks at you. I don't believe you have the ability, child.
Do you know what ability I have?
I can't tell from here, but if it's not sorcery, then it's
I don't know
likely.
if you'd call it sorcery. I'd need your definition, but I have a power. I have powers.
Is it
Not
mana infused within your blood?
Not sure. There was a magic skull at one point that got crushed and kind of went into me, but who knows? For all I know,
Oh.
that's just a coincidence.
What can you do then?
I can impose my perspective onto other things, my point of view. I can puppet other people's bodies. I can create blades with my mind. And, as Felina's sort of doing that, like holding a knife that isn't there. When I picture it, when I really feel it, it's like it's there. And I can, and, she holds up a strand of hair and, like, cuts through it easily. And
Yeah, his
you
eyes
never
sort of
know.
widen.
Some other things.
And you said there was a magic skull.
Yeah, some witches.
I see. You're
And
no
some other stuff,
sorcerer.
but a girl shouldn't reveal all her tricks.
You have a deep curse within you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There was also the apothecaries did something to me that I don't know, it's like it's hard to tell what's from the skull, what's from their treatment, but hey, you say I have a curse in me. Do you think that's why I'm small? Like my mom's, like taller than me and bigger than me. I don't know, like I've never met my dad. Maybe I get it from him, but I don't get the impression he was
I
like
mean-
a tiny little pipsqueak.
I mean, O'Malley was about 1 meter, a bit over.
O'Malley is not Felina's dad. She is not part rat.
Maybe O'Malley did something to be a man for a day.
Yeah, he thinks about this. What age did this happen to you?
I would have been about, actually, 1 second, let me, 12. So, just under 7 years ago? Maybe 6.5?
It might have something to do with it, I can't say. But more importantly, the power you wield is more, well, it's not of our world. The world we walk.
Angelo's just kind of been standing around thinking during all this time, and he's just. I don't think I have a question yet. Or.
Wow.
The ones that I do have, I don't know if I. Like, all the questions I have are ones I want to find an answer for myself right now.
Wait, when you say
I
not
do
of
have
this...
a question,
If you have
and
no question, you can get guidance. The
Wait.
earth holds.
Wait.
The
When
earth,
you said...
the earth can't solve problems for you, but it can point you in good directions.
Question, when you said not of this world, do you mean the void?
I
Like-
mean not of the world we walk.
There are many worlds. There are many worlds, hero.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about one.
I'm afraid I'm afraid more specific knowledge is beyond me.
I see.
I'll,
I see. Hmm.
I'll have to.
I was just.
I'll have to
Oh.
turn down this opportunity at this moment.
All right. Well,
Do you
I
plan on
understand.
coming and you plan on coming back, asking something later?
Later, yes. This place has been around for hundreds of years. I trust it'll still be around by the time I have a question to ask. Angela
next
kind of
time
has
we
a
get-
small smile.
The Earth, you're welcome. You're welcome to. As long as you're welcome to. You seem
And you sure I
are a
can't
young
try?
sorcerer. They would not accept what you have.
What happens if it doesn't accept it? Can't know it
It's-
for sure it won't
simply-
accept me till we
simply
try.
wouldn't answer.
Then what's the harm in trying?
You
And
will
he looks
die.
at Angelo and says, "Your friend is quite insistent."
She is
Always
No.
she
been
is
curious.
stubborn,
My
but she has a
curse.
she's stubborn.
Or one
she
of
has
them
a wit
anyways.
about her and an indelible curiosity.
I don't know about the wet part.
It would be. I would rather not cause any disrespect to the Earth.
Nah, it's
That
probably
kind of like for the first, Felina's been very like getting along great. Like Felina's eyes do narrow a little bit at that. That pissed her off. A little bit.
little bit.
How
Me
about
all-
him, the dumb one,
Uh.
the himbo?
Nani?
Sorry, hero.
Wait, what the himbo?
I don't.
Could he do
Angelo
it?
actually looks at Hero and looks guy and says, "I've not been able to actually work out what Hero qualifies as. His magic is passed on through bloodline, it seems, but I don't know if I would call him a sorcerer. At least
What
not
You know,
here."
it's funny that you say that because me and my family have never considered this magic.
And what do you do, child?
He teleports behind him. Good sir, I can move through the void.
Why do you always teleport behind people?
It's something my grandpa taught me.
I
The
see.
best way to impress people is teleport behind them.
That wasn't. And that wasn't a warp.
No, like I said, I move in the void. I find pathways.
So what do you call it when you make a cool glowy weapon? To like that time you broke out of jail with your weapon.
Oh, this? I call it focus. And also, I think it's invisible technically.
No, I thought that was the difference between ours. Mine are invisible and yours are.
Oh yeah, no,
Focus,
mine are visible. Mine are visible. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, mine. I simply just call it a focus weapon, and the hero makes a blade. So recently, I've learned that I can do this, and he focuses, and it makes it a ice one.
Did any of your people you inherit your family do that?
I think my grandpa did once or twice. He made
You
some.
think? You don't
No.
know?
No, not the think part. The think part. My grandpa did a few times. He said that it requires a certain state of mind to to make it ice. You have to be
A
cool.
certain state of mind. Yeah, that's a euphemism.
Huh?
Anyways, how
No,
about him?
no,
Can he
literally,
ask a
you have to be
question?
cool. You have to be cool. You have to be cool. Have cool passion to control the ice or control
What is
your
cool passion.
Yes, cool passion seems oddly contradictory, doesn't it?
It's a good song name though. Cool passion.
Perhaps that's
Could make,
perhaps
like,
that's the
a
way of their martial arts.
smooth-
Perhaps that's the way of it. That internal contradiction of cool passion.
Maybe. Contradictions can be cool. Alright, hero, you've won me over on this.
what?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, those are my abilities. But yeah, other example, my other family members have developed their own unique ways. My grandpa being really good. for example, my mother used to actually no, I was gonna say that, but yeah, they've developed their own different way. But we all train like train our martial arts to to just go for the warp. It requires many it requires focus.
Well,
I don't know if it's
you're not manipulating you're not manipulating magical energies, so no, you're not. That wouldn't make you a sorcerer, even if it is a family a family ability.
So he can't ask a question.
No,
I
Eric
see.
wouldn't accept.
And
Oh, well.
definitely, like, and she does hold up her ring. And this, or all seeing red, she has 2 magic rings. Well, I guess they're both on one hand, and she holds them up. And neither of these would, like, count for any exception or anything either, I assume, right?
Neither of those would. And then he narrows his eyes and looks at the red one. Where did you get that?
Same way I got my other powers. Took it.
I like to. I was really hoping he was gonna say yes. The ring may ask a question, not you.
Do you realize
One of her rings does have a consciousness in it.
Oh yeah,
do you realize what you're in possession of there?
Felina, what have you stolen this time?
There's always, more knowledge about something. I know things about it, but there's always going to be. No one has the entirety of the knowledge about any one object, but I'm curious what you know about it.
That's all seeing red.
It is.
Felina, I think
So
They've
you're
re-
familiar with it.
They've reappeared.
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 Yeah.
I'd be curious to
Reappeared.
know more.
Well, the 3 rings. They're
Tell me
they
more
were
about
they're objects of great power, but they disappear for hundreds of years in cycles.
When were they
After-
last around?
The legends tell of the last wielders making their way across the lands, and well, that would have been within the first millennium of the cycle.
A
Oh,
millennia
so,
ago.
like, year, 1000 something, or, year something 0 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Over 2,000 years ago.
Yes, roughly.
Oh, those are some old rings.
So you know this one, all seeing red. Do you know what the other ones are?
Impenetrable blue and boundless yellow.
Boundless yellow.
Well, we know what the blue one is. Scott has it.
Excuse me?
Blaine kind
yeah.
of glances at Hero, a bit annoyed that he just dropped that.
Oh yeah, one of our traveling companions has it. Felina and he
There
tried it
are
out.
2 of them here.
Yes.
Angelo,
Is
yeah,
that a
I think
problem?
even Angelo is like looking around a bit concerned that we're making
that a
way too
problem?
much of a wave right now.
Is that a problem, sir?
You. You. My God. Well. Not right now, I suppose, but. Danger might be coming.
Danger?
Is there an issue with bringing all 3 together? Should we be avoiding the 3rd?
Legends tell of the last time the wielders roamed the land. Well, they brought great change.
The
Whether
wielders
they're
did
good
themselves,
or ill.
or great
The-
change came in connection to them?
It's unsure. Well, it's open. Perhaps the rings acted through the wielders, perhaps the wielders acted through the rings. But those things are 2 of them together.
Well,
Oh,
if it's
fuck,
any
it's
solace
November
to
5th.
you, I'm not the
What?
ambitious type, and neither Scott.
There's 100 explosions going on outside. I just realized it's November 5th.
Oh god,
okay.
it is.
Nice.
Is that Guy Fawkes Day?
Yeah.
Or... Yeah, meanwhile in Terrebonne, it just fucking tons of explosions goes off.
No celebration. People are just bombing shit.
Yeah, yes. Actually, there's a guy named Fox Guy. Fox Guy. I meant to just replace the first letter, not the words in order.
Yeah, he clears his throat and says, "Well, if if Angelo would rather wait for a different opportunity to ask of the Earth, then I suppose there's not much else we have then."
What does
Okay.
Boundless Yellow do? Do you know?
Yeah. What?
Boundless Yellow is. It's not one that's. It's not exactly been detailed in the legends
Do you
I've
know
read.
what All Seeing Red does?
Only vaguely.
How
And-
about when the three? How about when their powers come together? Do you know those details?
Nothing more than a great shimmering light that blinds for miles and miles.
Okay. I didn't
Well,
need to
I
see
know,
that.
we know.
Well, let's
well,
hope
we
it doesn't come to that.
well, we do know that two of them together apparently form some big like creature that both the
Purple
wheelers
dude.
control.
He's called Purple Dude, and he's not that big. He's
That's
like
interesting, but that's
He-
not something I can
Uh,
truly
wait,
note
wait,
on.
Like,
Felina, Felina, that's you and Scott, not a separate
Yeah.
person,
Shall
right?
we head out of the tower?
yes.
Oh.
If it's not too much trouble, do you have a...
wait. Give us 1 second. And just Felina sort of like nudges Angelo like to take him aside, sort of whisper to him. And just Angelo, look. What do you have something specific in mind you want to come back to ask this at another point?
I have something that I do want to ask it, but that the answer for it is for me and me alone.
I assume you wouldn't be willing to tell me what the question is you want to ask.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can respect that. And I rather wouldn't find out just by asking, but
Jesus Christ, this cat is curious.
no, it
Just-
okay. Just
She just gave
Angelo,
up.
I'm not gonna like ask you to do this, or I just want to point out that the situation with Randall and the contracts and him having how many other souls was it? Like
5
that
others.
need 5 others. Like I just want to point out that this could be probably the most direct and easy way to find that out. Hopefully, we'll find out another way, and we almost didn't even stop here and would have just gone on. It's okay
Hang
if
on,
you
let me
don't
close
ask
my
that.
window. I'm really sorry.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is across the road?
Bang, 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 bang.
Shoot.
I was actually like, I looked at my fucking thing that was blowing my microphone, so I'm like,
Oh Jesus.
anyway,
Kablooey.
sorry, do go on, because
So, yeah.
actually, Angelo,
So,
Angelo's eyes widened because he hadn't, like, he'd got so caught up in that he hadn't actually considered. It's like,
Look,
oh,
we almost didn't even stop in here, so the way I see it, if we don't ask that, we're exactly where we were before. And
no,
you're
you're,
wanting to save your question. I would too, but
no, you're right.
just-
The question I have is a question The question I have is a question I'm going to get an answer to anyway, whether I want it or not. So
that's I thought
let's
that might be the case.
yeah. Angelo turns back to Avendus.
Avendus.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
says, "Okay, I do have a question.
What
Oh.
Felina sort of grabs his arm. Do you know specifically what you're going to ask? Like, I'm worried about, just
give me the words you want to ask the Earth. and I'll-
I don't have a specific thing in general. Just we should probably figure that out before commit to it.
I'm sorry to waste your time. Can we have a few minutes to hash something out here? The question we ask concerns the
The
fate
Earth
of
is
another.
the Earth is not fickle.
Thank you.
commune with it, and you can commune with it. You can commune with it even if you don't quite know your words.
Okay, that's that is heartening.
So, go stand in the center there and infuse your latent energy into the uh, into the ground.
Before he does, Felina like grabs Angelo's shoulder again and looks at him, and there's like with more like very like shockingly sincere eyes, like, and does just say, "Hey, I thank you. I do appreciate this." And kind of awkwardly, Felina like gives Angelo a little hug, just
Yeah.
pats him on the back a
Angelo,
bit.
Angelo, yeah, accepts that, and then just he does actually say afterwards, it's all right. The question I had to ask was about a person in a life I'd left behind. I'd much rather use that question for a life that someone's trying to get back to.
Felina nods, understandingly.
So what do we want to say then?
Well, just kneel kneel under the sun and infuse your energy down, and you'll find yourself communing.
All right. I just need to discuss this with my compatriots. We need to make sure the answer we get will be helpful to us.
Very well.
So yeah, Angelo like looks to Felina and Hero. So what is it that we need then? We know that where Randall's going to be toured, we know we need 5 souls. We don't know if
Probably
those
yes.
souls are all his, or if that's a
Yeah.
way to lock him in, because who would ever find 5 souls to trade in place of 1?
Yeah, that seems to be the thing that, like, the contract seems to imply, Randall seems to be 5 entities on the soulbound contract. Curious how that works. Like, what's the deal with that would be the biggest thing, but also just what's going on with this contract in general. Like, if, depending on how generous the Earth is feeling, it's, related, but I guess it is technically different questions, like, how his 5 souls situation, or 5 extra souls, is it just 5 souls total, or him plus 5?
Him plus 5.
Okay, so total of 6. How the 6 souls works,
Perhaps.
and how
Angelo,
what he has been
I
roped
remember
into
I remember
exactly.
what he said. He said you're communing with Earth. You're not.
Yeah.
If you're not getting an answer, you're getting guidance.
Angelo like thinks for a moment, and he does that. He thinks, and he pulls out the contract and says, "What if I give this to the Earth?"
I mean, might work. I don't know if it reads Old Elvish.
It's the Earth. It should know all that happens. It should understand.
The Earth responds with, "Yeah, man, I don't understand this elf shit.
The
I fucking
Earth
hate elves."
responds with "fuck elves." Like, yeah, Angelo looks at a group. What if I give it the contract? What if it enlightens us?
I mean,
Maybe.
that could help us, definitely. I'm still curious about maybe it'll just give us guidance on how we can approach this Randall situation, what to do about this to make, to help him.
If I cast this down into the Earth, then we lose the contract. So
Oh, that's an issue.
That might be. Well, wait, was this just I thought this was a duplicate of the contract, or
yeah,
am I
isn't
wrong?
it? Yeah, we got a.
Neo, do you remember?
Yeah, it's a duplicate Randall gave you.
Okay, so this
Okay.
isn't like
Okay, yeah, so the contract would still exist, so we wouldn't. Yeah, so there's no danger, but we would lose our copy essentially.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a
You
copy
don't
real
know.
quick before we?
Don't
Yeah,
know.
let's just
Okay.
copy it. Let's just like grab some parchment and just like make another copy.
It takes days because it's so finely written and we don't have it. We can't write in Old Elvish.
Well, I mean, we don't
Okay,
have to be
sure.
able to write it. We just have to copy the symbols bit by bit.
Sure,
Which is...
quick copy.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah.
a quick copy. Very well. All right. Now,
Why don't you give the Earth the quick copy?
No, we give the
Avendus-
Randall's copy.
yeah. So Avendus point lets you know when you kneel down and infuse your energy into the ground. Do the you will find that the Earth. You'll be enveloped for a moment as you commune. Don't be don't be afraid.
Don't worry, you got this, Angelo. I believe in you.
It's good someone does. And yeah, Angelo does does as is told. Kneels down, starts communing with the earth.
Infusing, just sort of pushing. You're just sort of like pushing your magical energy into the ground.
Yeah, spreading it
Yeah,
around, finding the
spreading it
there's no
around.
roots around here, but you know.
Yeah, and you just kind of have you're in mind like the guidance you want, and like as you're doing this, like like you have to really focus. Like this is like you are pouring energy out from your hands, out from your body down into the ground, and soon enough, the earth below you begins to shift, and there's a sudden, just sort of almost drop as there's a bit of an indent formed, and then just darkness as there's just like a dome just sort of closes up above you.
Angelo almost thinks these desert wizards better not have been tricking him.
And
Better not have been
then
fiend.
you feel just like then you just feel like as if you're just suddenly just like the earth is rocketing you down, like you're just like there's this sound of constant like crumbling and like rock cracks as like you feel just this sudden acceleration and then a sudden stop. And when you open your eyes, in front of you, there's sort of lit only by like an ethereal yellow energy. Uh, you are within this small uh, sort of what is it, sort of cavern, not cavern, like like an enclosure
Yeah.
of the ground, with and sort of like leaning out of the wall in front of you, is like a humanoid, is sort of like a form of like a head and shoulders with like the arms sort of like bleeding back into the wall, and with like these yellow eyes, and it's completely made of like this, like brownish yellow, earth, dirt.
Yeah. Angelo
And
looks
it
at
looks at you and just says, "Child of dust, you have come to talk to accuse us.
Cues us.
What do you seek?"
Angelo pulls out the contract. Me and my party are searching for. We are trying to search and free a man from what may be magical clutches.
Yeah,
His
his eyes
name-
sort of like scan over it.
What is Randall's last name?
Tombs. Tooms.
Has
Tombs.
Angelo ever been made aware of his last name?
I think so. I think it's been
Maybe.
on the contract.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, that's true.
It
So
would
yeah,
be-
yeah. Randall Toombs. He's in some form of bondage that we seek to free.
Oh
him
my!
from. Sweet, get your mind out of the damn gutter. It's a lot wider than that.
I mean, considering how M has described her and Randall.
That's
I
not,
never said
that's-
anything about him being into bondage, Swede. You're making assumptions that may or may not be true.
Does this man have 5 souls? Does this thing merely
Soul
ask for 5
6.
souls to keep him trapped? How do we free him? Where do we begin? Have they Angelo's about to ask about others, but then he decides to keep it focused. He just stops.
A companion of a companion is in a bind. Understood. Signed
Whoa.
on with a group of lost people.
Lost people. It's a
Well,
rather disparaging way to say carnies.
The Earth is trying to be really nice and not use use bad words, okay?
Oh no, I'd say lost people is far worse than carnivores.
The Earth isn't, it's not. It doesn't know human, okay, that well.
If you gotta get woke.
Yes,
Every-
Wind has been on my case for ages.
Every soul that has walked my land has walked alone. But there is more land than I.
Angelo kind of cocks his eyebrow at that. Are you referring to other worlds, other planes?
Other planes, worlds, dimension, whichever term you see fit to use.
Are you saying that Randall is not of this world?
Oh my
A
god.
Randall, there is a Randall of this world. There is a Randall Toombs of this world.
You better not fucking be yeeking me right now.
There.
He's geeking you, Snake. He's geeking you.
Apparently I just found out Yahtzee has been referring people to my yeek video. Just
Oh wow.
fucking side
Nice.
note. I just got a comment on the
Nice.
yeek video saying fucking Yahtzee and Jack.
Oh,
Pack
during a
sent me-
stream, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they do podcasts and streams. That's right. Yeah, that's great.
Nice.
What did it say? Like what
Oh.
Yahtzee like had said about referring people
I
to
don't
it? Like,
know.
hmm.
And
Snake,
then-
Probably
really-
just said there's a good video you should watch about it.
Oh,
Snake,
it's
you
in-
I don't know,
really
maybe he was like,
apparently
you
in their
know,
apparently in their podcast, in the episode Art of the Troll Game at 1:10:18. I'll have to fucking look at that later.
Oh, okay.
Snake,
Ah,
you
alright.
really are just the internet people's like YouTuber. Like,
YouTuber's YouTuber. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
YouTuber's YouTuber.
Anyway, so yeah, Qzos looks over the contract and says and says when souls come into this world, they're echoed in others. Depends on where and when.
Depends on where and when. If he has 5 souls, then has he jumped multiple times? Has he accumulated?
His soul has been echoed in other planes. Altogether, they've informed who he is.
A pothead who works in a bodega.
Does this just happen when Felina breaks up with him?
No.
I didn't.
I think
Angelo
they've
didn't
broken up
actually
more than
say that.
5.
Sorry,
Yeah.
rewind. Angelo didn't actually
See,
say
it's
that.
every time he's cheated on her, technically it was one of the other Randalls, so he's technically been faithful.
Oh, he's been faithful this entire time.
Angelo's trying to weigh this one up. Like, he doesn't fully understand what he's being told. Every time he he just looks at
A life is brought into this world.
Oh god,
Ima-
he's
I'll-
getting
I'll-
people pregnant.
Imagine a life is brought into this world. Imagine it comes in and it floats on a river. When the life drops in, there are ripples. When the ripples go out, it depends on where upon the stream that they lie. The ripples could reach nothing. They could reach void. Or they could ripple out and reach reach other streams. They're not entirely him, but they are echoes.
So there's other souls in Randall dropped into the same vessel.
Other souls connected.
In other Randall, in other realities, he is spiritually bound to others.
He's bound. His soul is linked with other. His soul is linked with other lives from other realities. that were adjacent to where and when he came into the world. This is the case for
he is
most.
of this world, correct? Just
Yes, this is
okay.
the case for most. You have yours as well.
Yes.
You've just never had anyone reach out for them. Randall Toombs has.
Oh, I see how it is.
So these are kind of like in alternate universes, alternate like
Yeah,
versions
it's kind
of
of
him.
dawning on Angelo how much more difficult this has just begun to get. So to free him from this contract, we would need to find these people he's linked to who are not of this reality, or would any 5 souls do?
Not of this reality, or perhaps seek out exactly what it is the group's goal is. The group's goal is to be.
The group who wrote this contract?
Hmm.
They may not.
This seems to be benefiting a very particular lost soul.
Someone at that circus has a need of other people's souls.
They are moving around very, very peculiar ways. They are using old, old, old terms for locations that no longer exist or exist as different entities.
Perhaps it's like this place. Ancient, tied to some form of magic.
Magic,
Spiritual.
planar, energy. They seek energy.
Oh, dear.
And
Oh,
they
I should
seek
never have trusted the circus.
and they seek a light at the end of their tunnels.
Don't we all? Well, this is... Thank you. No, just thank you for the guidance.
I cannot tell you if the man is in danger or not, but I believe but as I feel the parade throughout the land, I believe they will reach their ultimate destination within 3 weeks.
3 weeks. We've got less than a month to resolve this. Okay.
Well-
that's doable. That's doable. Definitely, yes, definitely doable. It's no time like the present then. Thank you for your guidance. I must be getting back to my companions with this.
Child. Of course, child of dust. May you find your way. And may you find your way.
I'll find it.
And yeah, it closes its eyes and just sort of retreats back into the wall as you feel sort of just a leavening. You feel yourself heighten up. You feel like you feel yourself like lighten up, move up a bit, and then the dome parts from above you, revealing you back within the open air.
Yeah,
Well,
and
the air of the tower.
Angelo,
You.
yeah, just stands up, looks to Felina. This is rather complicated and urgent.
Yeah, Felina, is just sort of like very serious look on her face, just nods, she's like listening, or if he wants to discuss this elsewhere or whatever.
We should reconvene with Scott and Sylvana, and I'll tell everyone what
Right.
I just heard.
Yeah, Felina nods.
Yeah, he goes to Aventus and tells him that he's gonna be on his way. He was gonna stop to do Place of Power. I still want
Right.
to do that, but fuck.
I mean, we had 3 weeks. Sure, it's a lot of time, but You know, this is probably taking a lot of time.
Yeah.
We might have to set camp
3
here.
weeks is quite a bit of time.
It's quite
I
a
will
bit of
say.
time. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, look,
It's longer than the party has gone on so far.
I mean, look, you know, in character, it seems like, oh god, potential catastrophic shit 3 weeks away. Out of character, yeah, I know it's not urgent, but
Yeah.
No, also, yes, what time is it in game?
Time of day?
Time
Yeah.
of day? Yeah, it's afternoon.
Yeah, no, it's like
After-
maybe it's wiser to just take, if we may, stay
well, we'll
here.
discuss it.
and,
We're not leaving the city. We're just
Yeah.
convening to chat.
Yeah.
Not really a city; it's a
Yeah.
village.
Yeah, we're just we might have to step
It's
outside the village. Actually, we don't need to tell Scott this. Sylvana's still inside. We'd need to open outside to talk to Scott.
Yeah.
Oh no, Scott's just hanging out by the entrance. He's
But
like
he's
the
in
inner
the
wall.
inside
Yeah.
the
Oh,
wall.
okay,
Oh,
okay. All right, I misunderstood that.
I
All
just
right, so,
realized
yeah,
we left Scott alone.
Angelo gathers everyone, and he basically, he repeats the essentially. He repeats the essential points, which is more or less that Randall Toombs is spiritually connected to 5 souls in other realities, which that might be related to. The circus is going to all these ancient magic sites, and they're accumulating power. Their ultimate destination is 3 weeks away.
What are they going to do with this power?
That I don't know. That neither me or the Earth seem to be clued in on. Their ultimate goal is just dawning.
And Felina's sort of scratching her chin.
Whether it's
Connected
good or
to
bad,
lives
I couldn't...
in other worlds, other realities. He did say, and Felina looks at her own powers. My powers aren't of this world.
Oh, that's... The Earth did advise, offer guidance that, well, finding out what the circus's ultimate goal is probably our best bet of untangling this mystery and getting to the end of it. So, I say we look on them as enemies. Not outright, not with absolute hostility, but they haven't been forthright with us at all. We followed them around, we acted as their guard, and we've contributed to whatever machinations they've been having.
We don't know that all of them are, aware of what's going on, too. I mean, obviously, Randall doesn't, but they could also just not be telling him because, he's, Randall.
Yes.
But
I mean, the way the Earth said it is that there was a lost soul amongst them. So there may be only one puppet master and everyone else is relatively innocent.
well, the obvious answer is Dominica, but
I actually suspect the ringleader.
him too. They're the two obvious ones. There's what's her name? Was it Heather?
Aaron.
Aaron. There's Aaron. She seemed a bit, potentially manipulative, but she did help us out quite a bit,
Well,
But then
she helped us out
Dominica did
because
too.
She helped us out because it benefited her to help us out.
Yeah, but she went out of her way to, a bit more than she had to. Not saying that disqualifies her, but
Yes, that's true.
she looked out for us, she kind of protected us from the ringleader too.
Fair point.
And from
But then
Regents,
from what?
from Regents gave you the
Yeah, from
held them
Regents.
up. Yeah, that they wouldn't immediately come and rearrest you.
Then as for Dominica, again, she seems the obvious one, she's hot and, seemed like she could definitely be evil, but she also went out of her way to help Scott and I, or not went out of her way, but, was very willing to help Scott and I.
Well,
On the other hand, and, Felina sort of grimaces. Well, based on what they said about the rings, maybe that wasn't necessarily a good thing either. But then we don't even know if what they're doing is like evil per se or something. They might just be, it might be fine what they're doing. It's just they're kind of manipulating people into doing it. But then that's,
I mean, I'm not saying outright that whatever they're doing is evil. I mean, especially with the rings, what that'd be two cataclysmic goings on at the same
All
time.
right.
That's
Yeah, Scott just folds his arms. Wait, so that circus might want to cause the apocalypse,
I
but
don't
also
think an
we might
apocalypse.
cause
it
the
doesn't it
and
doesn't that's
also we might cause the apocalypse.
Oh, not an
I don't know.
apocalypse, but
I'm just spitballing here, and
oh yeah. So apparently, I did find this out from him. So these rings, the other one is boundless yellow. Apparently, which I think we knew it was yellow. I on out of character. I forget if we already knew it was boundless. That was its
I
name.
think I
I
think she
think we
might have
did.
said.
Yeah.
Somebody might have said
In
that.
any
Yeah.
case, but yeah, apparently they show up every so often, very rarely. Last time was over 2,000 years ago in the first millennium.
There we go. Sorry,
And
I got a phone call, so I missed a bit there.
and when they happen, it's
we're just explaining to the
big
group.
change. Unclear on if the ring bearers caused big massive change or if big massive change, like just kind of came in relation to them but not caused by them. He's not sure. I mean, I don't have any particular desire to like cataclysm change the world. I guess I don't know you too well, but from what I do know, that didn't seem your thing.
Not really. Wait,
Yeah.
so should we avoid yellow if we find?
I mean, I'm curious to find out what yellow is, but like it's something to keep in mind. Maybe yellow will be bad news and maybe it will be our duty to like stop yellow from, ending the world or whatever.
Well,
Ah, jeez.
your rings, they don't automatically go off in proximity to each other, do they? You have to want it.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Except for the first time.
Yeah, I think it's, kind of like it can unintentionally like but they have to be like they have to vibe. Does that make sense? It's
Yeah,
like,
I gotta be like in sync. Yeah.
yeah, we got to be in sync and like, touch rings or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
we got to be
Hmm.
inflated
Maybe
like meshes or fingers simpatico close.
maybe you guys
Yeah.
maybe you guys need maybe you guys need like a call out, something that you say when you do this. I don't know,
Nope, we definitely don't need that.
like
Um
like super
I would say ideal
super
scenario.
duo activate wonder twins. Nah, that's silly.
Mhm.
Well,
I
it
would
needs-
say
it needs
ideal would
work.
be we find boundless yellow before it finds, its ring bearer, but I'm not sure, how that sounds harder than finding its ring bearer. It's also Felina inhales a bit like, I'm not sure if the rings, wait, and she looks back to Scott. How did you get yours again? Go through how you came in possession of it.
Okay. Well, you see, I was trying to clean up something, and my dad kind of took me along on a bit of an excursion. Uh, he had me shuffling through all the garbage, and well, searching for the best bits of metal and material that he could use for his operations. And well, within the pile was this thing, and it just kind of got on my finger and never went off.
So
Did
you
it?
can
Did you hear a bell ringing?
Uh, well, really not until I met you.
Okay. Okay.
Could be
When
a,
did you
could be a
first
warning
use the
sign
power?
when you
This
hit-
is less important, but I'm curious. How long did that take you?
Uh, well, sort of just kind of happened when the bit of flaming hot scrap was thrown my way.
And when was this? How long have you had it?
I've had it for better part of a year.
Oh wow, so a lot longer than me.
Yeah.
Hmm. So I stole mine. It was just in some old woman's purse, nothing
Ah.
else really valuable or interesting in there. I hadn't even looked in the purse, I snatched it and, some like got sent to jail. Then there was a whole thing. I had more in my mind and it was just some tiny little thing. And wasn't until had some time to relax I actually looked in it and realized, there was a ring in there. But
Huh.
part of what I'm wondering, like, say if we found the ring before it finds a bearer, and he certainly seemed to imply they have some kind of will of their own. I wonder if we can give it to someone. Could anyone put it on, or will the ring, maybe the ring's choosy but will accept multiple people, or maybe there's just one person who the ring will, like if they do have a will of their own, find out.
What if you also wore it on your other hand? What
I
would that
was
do?
thinking that. That was one of my ideas. Hmm.
Anyway, we've got a lot to think
Or,
on, and we should
I
probably be
mean,
making our way real soon. But I'm going
if
to ask if they have something, and if they do, if I might borrow it for a while.
who, the local wizards?
The local wizards, yes.
Hey, and Felina snaps the wind spinny thing. Can I have that? I want to use it too while we're here.
That's Sylvana's. Sylvana has that.
Oh, I turned to Sylvana. Hey, I need to use that.
You need to use it
Yes, actually, this is important for all of us.
to do what?
I'm gonna use it to see where Randall is, and depending on where it points, that
All
will let
right.
us know for sure which, city the circus currently is at.
All right. Use it. Yeah, she hands it to
Thank you. And Felina does say, and she takes it. Well, I'm gonna try and go to the top of the tower. You need to be somewhere, high up, right?
You just need to
Elevated.
be standing on. You just need to be standing atop of something. It could be as simple as a rock, as long as it's
Hey,
elevated.
hero, bend over.
What? No.
Anyway,
Don't you want to help find where we need to go?
Actually, Neo, is there like a I have an idea. That's something Hero could do.
this is gonna take 10 minutes.
Oh god.
No, Hero has an idea. Is there
Oh,
like
no.
is there slightly there's like there's a top of a rock, right?
Rocks have tops.
Yeah, no, like he sees some rocks. He's like, I have a better idea, Felina, and he grabs her. Hold on, and
Whoa.
then he grabs her
Whoa.
arm.
Whoa.
He grabs her arm, and he's gonna. Is that within Hero's reach distance? Like the nearest rock.
Sure.
Top?
Sure.
Yeah, no, he just grabs her and they're on top of the rock. Here you go.
Fine, be that way.
Not
Sure.
even
Oh, yeah.
impressed.
Oh, watch out! You might slip.
How does it feel? What's it like for Felina going through the slipstream?
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I
you
imagine.
can
I always imagine like Hero. Basically, it is kind of like he is basically finding a tunnel way through the void. So for her, it would be like
it's just sort of
yes.
like white space, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
yeah, no, like weird white space, and you're just there. But it's like it's so brief for
Yeah.
you because you're
Yeah.
not trained to see it. So you just for you it's
Felina's
practically-
observant. She's got, big observant.
no. As in there's probably too much for you to take in, and also just too short of a time.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Actually,
Felina
that's the
sort of
thing,
shakes
like,
her head
as you
like-
teleport there, Angelo does like walk past the two of you and say, "Oh, by the way, can I borrow your skateboards?"
Yeah. Felina pulls it off her.
Yeah. No, Hero. Hero grabs it. Though I find it funny that Angel says that he turns around and they're already gone.
All right.
Okay, yeah. But I just want to say, got a bit interrupt before doing. Felina does say, I mean, hey, if we want to not cause big, massive change to the world, who better to wield, the yellow ring than Randy? Muttering to
Oh,
herself,
wow.
but that could be fun. Anyways, all right. So I'm standing. We're honestly not that far from Terrebone, so like not much is really different, but still
Yeah.
gonna use it and want to see which way this thing points.
All right. So
Over
you're
there.
thinking of Randall.
I guess I haven't used. I have adventuring gear to have a compass to like reference this. So
All right.
you
Well, the wind blows. You picture Randall, and the wind. There's a sudden breeze as the wind blows to the northeast.
Just like straight northeast,
Northeast.
northeast. So compared to a compass, like northeast, like that.
Roundabout.
Okay. So yeah, looks like
In
probably
that sort of
Tenzis.
cone.
Yeah. Yeah, looks too north to be Tenzis, or too north to be Custer. So probably Tenzis, but for all we know, could be like Osprey and Marion, even Yuma, but I
Yuma is Yuma.
doubt. So anywhere in like this cone, right?
Basically.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not Tarrant or Custer, but north of there. Maybe they're in Emberwell. Who knows?
All right. So, Angelo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go to Avendas and I ask if they've got a place of power where I could do some work.
He just looks at the tower.
Yes, I figured. Just wanted to make sure.
All right. What do you wish to do with the power?
I've got some magical properties I wish to put on these two skateboards. Interesting things.
Oh, well. Just do your work. Just be respectful.
I will try to be, and I apologize for my companion. She can be a bit pushy, but she has a noble goal in what she's after.
From what I gathered, that sounds right.
So yeah, Angelo goes to the tower, and who wants to go first? Who wants to try their luck first on this skateboard going right?
Alina's curious.
Oh.
All right, let's do.
Unless Hero, by all means, if you want to go first, you
Who do I
totally
do
Yeah, no,
first?
Hero's
First.
been eager to test these things.
Well,
so
I
no,
mean,
no, it's like
these are
yes,
just being
this-
rolled.
This
Yeah.
is just being rolled to like do the spells. It's like
Yeah.
who wants
Yeah.
to see who wants to bet on good luck coming first?
I'll do it because I don't know. I'll
Okay.
bet on my good luck.
I don't remember who I did first and last time.
You did Hero first last time.
Okay, then take Felina first.
Oh,
She can get
okay.
the bad.
we're
She can.
alternating.
Yeah.
All right.
Felina comes before Hero alphabetically.
So have you worked out, Neo, the adjustments to?
Yeah, I think just the second thing, just no. It's just like kind of no. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
no,
like I was telling you, just like I think a magic item is just a thing that does a thing, not like a
Alright.
thing that does two. No, don't want it to become a
So what-
switchblade.
All right. So let's.
What if it
roll-
is a magical switchblade?
Let's roll. It is just enchanter. It's just ints. All right. And let's fucking go. Banging. All right. Felina's is perfectly fine.
Banging. Making up for last time with the
God,
Fucking-
I'll let you pick because I'm gonna make the first. The
Oh.
enchantment is permanent, but do you want it to have no unknown side effects or no weird limitations?
no weird limitations. Unknown side effects are interesting.
Okay, so all right, we have got a near perfect version of what I titled Cat Herder,
Okay.
the Cat Herder skateboard. So, I'm not gonna. I'll copy and paste this in the Roll20 actually.
Because we had to rework it.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. That bit about that's a no on the using it as a means to touch people.
Yeah.
We cut that out.
Yeah, but didn't you add that it can go on like
yeah,
surfaces?
walls and ceilings.
Yeah.
Yeah, walls and ceilings, and you can move it around, and it moves independently. You can move it independently of yourself.
Oh, so it can move on walls and ceilings, like while she's riding it, or wait, or just allow so she can move it around like distant from her.
Yeah, you can move it up to reach range around you. Just
Okay,
yeah, without being on it, and it can go up walls and ceilings.
cool. While I'm riding it,
Uh,
just when it's off, when I'm off of it.
I think she
I'm
should be able
fine
to.
with-
I think
I'm
she
fine
should
if
be
it's
able
when
to
I'm
use it to go along surfaces.
I
'cause
will say,
Heroes is-
Angelo, in a few levels, like post-level 11, like Felina, spoilers, personal gravity is a move Felina is
Oh.
taking in the
There
future.
you
Yeah.
go.
So, yeah.
I'll say both.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay,
Well,
so even
maybe
before
you
that.
can write it that she gets the idea of personal gravity from the skateboard.
Yeah, no, that also absolutely
Yeah.
works.
So alright, that's Cat Herder. You now have you now are psychically actually no, can we like move around the timeline as to actually Angelo needs you two to come with him on this because he is basically
Okay.
because what Angelo is doing is he is like linking these to your magics essentially.
Okay.
So like basically after you've done the thing with Randall, he like brings you up to the tower and basically does this with you present to like tie the skateboard to you to your own magic.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And next up is Hero. And I like Heroes. I hope Heroes works. I'm a big fan of
I
this
hope
power.
too, but knowing
Yeah.
knowing your luck when it comes relating to me,
We'll
the
see,
hero.
we'll see. Let's roll.
We'll
this.
see, he said, as he rolled under like
I'm
a 7
scared.
or...
I don't want to curse you, but let's find out.
You're gonna curse me.
Alright, well, it's a 9.
Ah!
I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna make it. Jesus Christ, I hate that. I really hate that. Hero, help me out. You're present. Give me an aid. Lend me your power.
Yeah. Can I do that, Neo? Can I aid him to
sure.
He is part of this. He is in
Sure.
the... Yeah.
R/2d6.
Base.
Yay.
Sweet. I just did. Alright, so it's gonna be permanent. I'll ask again. No unknown side effects or no weird limitations.
Ooh. Oh. Part of me wanted to pick the opposite from Felina, but part of
Well,
me
you've
also
already
just
got
said...
something with a weird limitation.
Oh yeah, true. So no... So yeah, I don't want any weird limitation.
Sweet,
I
we're
don't want
both
that.
getting side effects.
Wonderful.
Alright, so this is this one didn't require any readjustments. We took off an extra power I proposed. Which this one is I really like the name for this one as well. I'm just proud of this fucking magic item. This one is Super Reposition.
Super reposition.
Allows Hero to reposition the skateboard independently of himself up to his usual range and recall himself back to it up to far distance.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you just have an anchor point that you can move and just warp back to, I imagine freely? I don't know. Because it's...
Yeah, if it's in, if it was a
Far
weird-
distance. Yeah, wow. I overlooked the far distance, but fine, sure.
You had a week.
Oh no! Just
Look at
toss the
that.
skateboard. He's just
Yeah.
you just gonna see him ping pong all over the fucking plates.
So
Amazing, Angelo.
I've just given both of you movement options.
Oh no, this is great actually. But then Hero uses his stupid fucking gloves. He can call himself back. Oh, what if he can build momentum with this? Just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back.
Until he just explodes. Until he deatomizes matter around him.
It's a special move.
Imagine he just does a Herculean toss of the skateboard, and then while it's in the midair, just get onto it.
Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
the,
Look,
for
and,
the sickest ollies.
yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
Felina.
It's gonna
Cat.
be sweet. Why am I
Oh,
saying
this
that word so much now? What the fuck? It's
It's like, oh, this is amazing, Angelo. I need to test this out so I can be called back to it whenever I want.
Please do not skateboard within the important Earth Tower.
please do not.
So,
Please
are you
don't
good
do
with that
kickflips
wording
in
on the
church.
rewrite for that I did for the moves, or do you want to tweak anything with that?
Yeah, Neo.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question for so if I'm doing some cool skateboarding thing, guiding it with, if I'm like skateboarding on a wall or something, then would I roll int or dex?
Uh,
They're the
you-
same stat for me. It would only matter if I have a debility.
Dex.
Okay. So just doing cool skateboard stuff
Yeah.
or doing it in a thing is dex, not int. All right.
Yeah.
So it's basically an extension of my body.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Silavana and Scott stands there like, we want cool skateboards.
They should have
come to
taken
the skate park.
Now Scott comes up. So, where's my item?
I don't know what. I can't imagine what Angelo would do for Sullivan. Angelo actually has figured out what he wants to do with his skateboard, and it's really lame. Actually, no. Besides the lightning crackles.
So yeah, no. Hero goes.
But,
Oh my,
yeah,
Angelo. So what are you gonna do with your skateboard?
Angelo kind of shrugs.